What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm William. Today is January the 8th. Yes, it's Monday, January the 8th, first of the week. This is the second week of the month, or not the month. Yeah, second week of the month, second week of the year, same thing, same difference. We're in January. I don't really have much of an agenda other than to work. It's the middle of the day for me. These are work hours for me, so generally if I'm streaming during the middle of the week, during I don't know, any time between 10 and 4, I'm definitely doing work for work. All right, so excuse me. I've been working on some docs for the past few streams, and in all honesty, I'm going to be working on docs for the foreseeable future. That is my focus of this quarter. It was asked that I focus on improving our developer documentation a bit. So I'll be doing that all quarter, and also working on code samples here and there, just to kind of break it up, so I'm not just doing a bunch of typing words and wordsmithing. I know that's not really, maybe that's not what some of you who have been watching me really are into, watching people type words, but I'm sharing it because it's important. I think far too often what we have is a lot of software people or people in tech who focus on the building side, the engineering side. And to be honest, I was that person too. I used to be an engineer. I was doing that for about a decade. And, I didn't really think about or appreciate how important having good documentation is, or having code samples, or just like projects that you can see the thing in use. So now that I really understand the benefit of that, I don't really have a problem with doing the docs. It's just tedious. I'm gonna talk shit while doing that, but to be honest, I'm gonna talk shit while doing anything that I do. So it's not just this. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and switch off to my screen. I gotta make sure I don't have anything on here I don't want to show. Oh wait, I do actually have things I don't want to show. Let me close my projects that I was working on from last stream. All right, is there anything else? Oh, I have my text messages up. I probably should move that to another screen. And all right, we're good now. We're good. Let's go to my screen. Wait, whoa. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, I see what's going on now. Let me close Final Cut Pro. All right, I said I was cleaning up stuff, but I never actually cleaned up things that I don't need right now. Okay, all right, I think we're good. Let me also move my email, or check to make sure my email isn't, oh yeah, perfect, we're good. So we'll bring over my notes here. And yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, I think I'm ready to get started in earnest. Let's make sure that my exposure is also good. I should have checked all this stuff before the stream started, but you know, that makes too much sense. So why would I do that? Oh, and I also forgot to make sure the stream is actually working. I don't even know if I'm really streaming right now. Let's get that situated. Wait a minute. Man, the YouTube app is really bad on the phone. It says that I'm live, but it's showing the wrong, like, it's showing the wrong thing. This is really bad. There we go. Yo, what's up, Corey? How you doing? It's raining over there. It's not raining over here yet, just FYI. But I do see it when I was looking out the window earlier. I had to let the blinds down because even though it's raining, it's still too bright. What you up to? I wasn't expecting to see you here. I was expecting to, I don't know, figure you were in San Francisco or New York or something. That's normally where I see you. Every time I hear from you, you're like, I'm going to New York or San Francisco. So I just assume you're always going. Bro, I shit you not, it's not raining here yet. Or it may be raining now, but it wasn't raining 5 minutes before I started the stream. But I can see the rain from where you are. So when I look out on my balcony, looking at, you know, you're on, I look towards you. It's definitely like some black clouds just standing over there, going out to the south. But to be fair, it could be raining here. Like it could be storming right now, but I would not know. I don't hear it. I don't feel it. And because I let my blinds down, I can barely see it. Even when it is raining, I can barely, you know, you can't really tell it's raining because you don't have anything to reference. There's no water hitting the ground, any of that kind of stuff. Bro, when are we gonna do this? I wanna pair up with you on talking about the thing that you're building. Whatever you were using, whatever we used to do that chat with, it was pretty legit. Like, it was really good. It didn't slow down my computer like Zoom does. I came in like stream and have Zoom open anymore because now whenever I don't even have to share my screen. Before it was the case that whenever I would share my screen, it would cause performance to just go to hell. But then after some update, whenever I just have Zoom running, my performance goes to hell. It's really bad. I'm not a fan of it. All right, here's my browser. Let's open this up full screen and we'll go on to One Signal stuff. Let's go to README. All right, so I have a few guides that I'm going to be focused on today and maybe tomorrow and maybe the day after. We'll see how things go. So under our email quick start, we have these 3 different setups here. We have one for Mailgun, which you can see that I've already touched. Not in that kind of way. Unless you want me, I don't know. I don't really touch tech in its secret spots like that. But I've already added some things to this. Let me see if I can find it. Here we are. So I added this exporting emails, and then I also added obtaining API keys. I'm going to restructure this a little bit, or a lot of it. At the moment, it's set up such that we have like, you know, these top level steps, step 1, step 2, all this crap. That's going away. It's too much effort. So part of what I'm doing, well, there's 2 things. One is I'm addressing the content hierarchy, the information hierarchy on this page. It can be much better. Second thing that I'm doing is addressing the content itself that's on this page. Third thing that I'm doing, and I know this is technically content, but I'm differentiating between copy, written copy, and visual content like images or GIFs, videos, all that kind of crap, multimedia, that kind of thing. Some of these images I might be able to keep, hopefully, because I don't want to have to do any of this myself. Now, before I make changes, I had to do what I always do, which is figure out what's here to begin with. Understand what's trying to be said, and then like figure out if it's actually saying the thing that it's trying to say. So bear with me as I read through this. How to set up Mailgun for use in OneSignal email messaging. Sure. OneSignal's we don't need to say OneSignal. We know that we're OneSignal because we have a thing up here that says OneSignal. So right away, we're going to remove all references of OneSignal. There's no need to just say OneSignal everywhere. We say OneSignal 29 times in this document. I'm pretty confident that anyone who goes to onesignal.com knows that we're talking about OneSignal. So we can replace this with our, unless it makes sense to say OneSignal. But we even have a style guide. I don't know if anyone looks at it, but we have a style guide that says to use our. Maybe I should pull up that style guide. I think I think I can show that. That's not really, yeah, I'm not going to show it right now. I'll show it later. Let's see. So all you have to do is set up the integration. All right, we definitely don't want to state or start off with saying all you have to do, because the second it's understood that this is hard or difficult, like this all you can do becomes just like it's like, yeah, like you can drive a car, all you got to do is build it. It's like like yeah, we don't want to do that. So to set up the integration between the provider and OneSignal, and you'll be ready to send emails through OneSignal. Let me put this in my notes of things to do. Okay, what is this doc? This is Mailgun setup. So maybe I'll focus on just getting this done today and tomorrow. And the reason why I would prefer to spend more time with just one doc versus all three is because the difficult part is really going to be in figuring out this information structure and just like what kind of information I need to talk about. But once I do it in one, it's the same thing in all the other ones. So say Mailgun setup doc. Okay, so we have some requirements. You need a Mailgun account. Mailgun US API currently. Okay, so this is technically one requirement. You need a Mailgun account making use of its US API. So I guess another way of saying is that you need to be using a US. You need to be in the US if you're using Mailgun. That's what I would probably say here. Obviously you need a OneSignal account. I think we can start to remove that because obviously a domain you own and DNS provider. Okay. Don't have a domain, contact. Okay, sure. I don't like that but I didn't write this, so maybe support, they're okay with this. Oh wait, it says sales team. Why are we, whoa. Why are we saying to contact the sales team? I don't know. All right. Put that in my notes. All right, so let's see. Step 2. Wait, this isn't even a step. This isn't a step. All right, anyway, step 2, configure your domain for email. And Mailgun navigate. So we need to be in Mailgun at this point. So we have a few domains. We have one domain, which is your DNS provider or whoever you're going to for DNS, your website, that kind of thing. The second thing is, or I'm sorry, the second, I guess, context is going to be Mailgun. And then the third context, and these aren't in any type of order. The third context is the OneSignal side. So there are three primary places that our customers going to have to deal with when trying to get email set up. All right, so let's see, go to sending domains. We're going to add a new domain, add your domain, and follow the setup. Can we not refer to their docs on how to add a sending domain? Right here. So add your domain and follow the I would prefer to just refer to their docs. That's always my preference, because if they change their product, like, then we're on the hook for changing our docs to match their product. Notice how we have these the screenshot here that was taken on 2021. 2020, what year is this? This is 2024. This has been almost I don't know. I can't do time math. I can't do time math at all. But it's been almost 3 years. Surely, I don't know if this is the case, but I mean, chances are that their website has changed a little bit. All right, let's go over to Mailgun right quick and see what their docs are looking like. Wait, what? What just happened? Interesting. I don't know how that happens. Oh, documentation must be for developers. So product must be the thing that I want to link to. Hopefully, is it resources? Maybe guides. Yes. It's not looking good. Do they not have any details on how to use their product? Because I definitely don't want to write documentation for their product, because they are not paying me to do that. like I don't, even though I'm happy to do documentation, I don't like it. I don't enjoy doing it. I'm not going to do it for free for them unless they want to give me some money. And this isn't it. This ain't doing it. Okay, maybe it's this user manual thing. Okay, so let's see here. We have getting started. Look at that. All right, cool. Getting started. I don't know why that took me all the way down here, but okay. Verify your domain. Is that what we're talking about over here? Configure your domain. Let's see if this has anything to do with sending domains. Sending domain. Yep, sending domain. Creating the test, internationalization, AMP, tracking, unsubscribes, creating the tests, internationalization. Okay, so none of this talks about how to actually get set up. That's the issue here. Oh, we have to have them set up these webhooks. Why? Whoa. Why? All right, wait a minute. So I happen to know that with the Mailgun API or with their SDK or whatever, like you can create webhooks on behalf of your customers. That's what I was doing in my product. For my onboarding for what I was building, I didn't expect my users to have to understand how to set up webhook endpoints and all that other kind of crap. I did that for them. That was part of my installation, my onboarding process. It's that my application would then go and create the webhooks on your behalf, have the right signature so that it was secure, and I would manage it. That's what we should be doing here. I'm pretty sure that we can create a webhook. I think. I don't know this to be sure, but I am going to check. And if this is the case, I have my first item of feedback, even though I'm not doing, I'm supposed to be writing. Let's see here. Where's create webhook? Webhooks. So this is tracking messages, getting started, sending API, Mailgun API reference. Webhooks. I'm pretty sure there is a post in here. Post. Here we are. Creates a new webhook. We do that. Like yeah. All right. How do I link to this though? Returns a list. Let's see. Create a new webhook. This right here. Okay, so, oops. Signal. This would be an enhancement, which would definitely improve the user experience. And this would happen, guess on the dashboard. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Are you back in America? Or are you you just up late? Can't sleep right now. in the Philippines. So here's what I'm doing right now. I'm supposed to be writing docs, and I am, but I have this philosophy that you can't write or improve something without knowing what's there intimately. So what you're watching me do, I'm sure you're not actually watching it, but like what I'm doing right now is I'm getting a little bit more familiar with this particular doc, and I already have thoughts / opinions. So I've made it to right here. I've made it to right here, step 3, where it's like within Mailgun, you need to add all of these webhooks. I'm like, why the hell are we asking our customers to do that when we can do that? And or at least I was assuming. I use Mailgun for my product, so I was just like, when I was setting up webhooks, and it wasn't for Mailgun, it was for Lever and for GitHub. Instead of saying, hey customer, I know that you're using this product because you don't have any technical experience or expertise, aka the reason why you're using my product. Hey, by the way, I want you to go and create these webhooks on GitHub and then Lever and all these other places, and make sure you configure them correctly. I didn't do that because, come on, like really? Whereas what we're doing here is we're basically saying, hey, go do this stuff here, but we can do this stuff. So that's what I'm about to dive into here. And I had to go and check to confirm that you can do this in Mailgun because I didn't know. I just assumed that any company worth anything should have some way to create a webhook through their API, because who wants to go through, well, even if you're doing it through some UI, the UI is calling something to do it. So why not expose that to the end user, to your developers? But yeah. Can't sleep, man. I don't know, man. What have you been exercising? What you been doing? You just been I don't know. There's no excuse. I know you're not home and you don't have your gym, but are you at least doing stuff? Let me stream. You must forgot, since you're in the Philippines, I live in a free country, sir. Like, this is a free country. As far as I understood, one of my inalienable rights is the pursuit of happiness. I'd be damned if someone tells me I can't do what I want to do in my life. It's my life, my house, my internet, my rules. That's all it is. sometimes my mom, she'll be like, oh, you, not for work, but just other stuff. She'd be like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, who the hell gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me? You? Not you. I mean, you could try, but like, yeah. Like, nah, I do what I want. I thought I made that clear when you met me in person. I wasn't lying. I wasn't just talking shit. I do what the hell I want. All the time. All right, so we're gonna do here. We're gonna say, we need to, why do we force customers to create their own webhooks? Their own webhooks. Well, hey, I've gained 15 pounds, so I'm beating you there. I stopped going to the gym after I injured my ankle. And yeah, I haven't been back since. And it's been 3 months. So I think I've gained 15, maybe 18 pounds over the past 3 months. It's not looking good. Not looking good. I can only fit a couple pair of pants now. My jacket fits a little bit too. I tried to zip up my jacket. I'm like, oh my gosh. Had to suck it in. I'm lying. I didn't really have to suck it in that much, but I am getting a little bit pudgy. I'm not gonna lie. So I need to hit the gym up. I want to lose 25 pounds this year. Well, I don't know if I'm, maybe not 25. I just want to make sure that I'm between 200 and 210. At the moment, I'm like 225, 228, which is a little heavier than I should be, considering that I'm not working out. Like, that was the heaviest I ever was when I was in shape, was 225. And yeah, I don't think I can get much larger than like 230 naturally. Unless I'm fat. Obviously I can get heavier than 230. I meant like, you know, being in shape, that kind. I remember I was confused why my clothes were shrinking. Hey, you wash them too much. That's what it is. You gotta wash your clothes with cold water, and don't use air, or I'm sorry, don't use heat when you dry. Just air dry. That's what I do. Just to make sure that, you know, my clothes don't shrink on me, and it gives me the best likelihood of being able to fit my clothes. But I get what you're saying now. But that's a pro tip that I've been using. Also, it saves you electricity. Because when you're doing heat, especially if you have a electric dryer, all it's doing is using resistive heat to heat the air. Resistive heat is literally, you take I'm sure you've done it. You take a wire and you just basically run current through it until it gets hot. So you're literally burning energy, storing money away. So I'm like, if I'm going to be burning energy with the motor, which, you know, it's actually doing something, the motor's going to be doing, I'll just let that do something longer, because the motor is much more efficient than, you know, resistive heat. It's like an iron. It's like one of the most inefficient devices in your house, or your what else, or the toaster, stuff like that. Well, yes, but everyone else hangs their clothes too. So what's crazy, I think I know everybody have those racks. Is that what you're talking about? Because I know some people, they use the lines, but in a lot of the countries that I've been to, they have, it seems like only one company makes them. I remember, I won't get too into the weeds here, but I remember seeing one in America. It was brought to America by someone who I knew from that area, from Southeast Asia. I was just like, what the hell is this thing? And it's like, this is what you dry clothes with. So I was like, what do you mean? Because I grew up in Houston, and in Houston, at least where I grew up, everyone has a washing machine and a dryer. It was unknown to me that the rest of the world didn't have that, until I started to really get out there. And I was like, wait a minute, wait, we had to hang our clothes to dry them outside? Or when I saw like the washing machines, and I was like, wait, you can only put like 4 or 5 clothes in this washing machine. Like, how you can barely do anything. Or when I started seeing the closets, and well, they call them wardrobes, I guess. I was just like, how do you put your clothes in here? Because I'm used to having walk-in closets. So yeah, it's a big change. Oh yeah, they have the lines. Yeah, man. That's not. I can't do it, man. I mean, I can do it. I did do it, but I ain't got time for all that. Cause imagine if you have like too many clothes. Well, you can't dry them all at once. You gotta wait because it's not enough space. And if you're a larger person like myself, you can only do a few clothes. So I know this only because I used to have to do it for a while. Whenever I would wash my underwear, I can only fit maybe 8 pieces of underwear on the clothes hanger, because my underwear, they have the 9-inch inseam, so they're relatively long. I'm tall. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm kind of tall, so it's like they're long, and I'm also large, so it's just like, you spread them out so that they can dry quickly, and then you put them on there. Only 2 pieces of underwear per little line, but to make sure they dry quicker, I would use 2 lines, and I would do 2 lines, skip a line, 2 lines. I can only do like 8 or 9, which meant that I couldn't be too active because it's like, or I had to wash every day, either one of those. Let's see, the Airbnb has a washing machine, and my fiance's family surrounded the washing machine because they couldn't believe how he. Yeah. So, man, don't tell people here that, Chris. Don't tell people here that having a washing machine makes things easy, because what I've been hearing, or let them tell it, life is so hard. It's so hard to keep the house clean. It's just like, we have washing machines, we have dishwashers. Like, how difficult is it, really? Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's like, man, see, that's why I think there are a lot of people who go to the Philippines and to Vietnam and to Malaysia, Japan, Taiwan, like all these places, because it's just like they haven't lost touch with reality, right? Like, what's interesting is that I'll hear people complaining about how difficult it is to do anything. I'm just like, I'm able to do it, and I don't find it that difficult. Like, I cook and I clean and I work, and I don't find it that difficult. I'm like, to me, I just thought it was normal. But yeah, like, this actually, having these machines makes our life that much easier. Just like having my tea machine makes having my tea easier. By the way, I got my prompter finally. I know you got your prompter early because you're special like that, but I finally got my prompter, and it's pretty dope. I like it. I even offer some support to some people. I may know how to use it a little bit more than I did before, so I dropped some knowledge on Reddit to help other people make the best of their new purchase. All right, so let's take this. We're going to say creating the webhook. Using Mailgun's API. Oops, wait, what? What was that? So we're going to get that. We'll say that this is a shell. And we will get a response. Which looks to me to be JSON. Let's go ahead and copy all of that. We'll format it. All right, cool. And I want to make sure that I refer to this step specifically. Maybe I'll spell reviewing properly this time. All right, cool. Let's see. All right, cool. How do you like it? I love all right, so I haven't used it for reading scripts yet. In fact, I haven't used it as I haven't actually used it for much of what it's really meant for, other than the Zoom calls that I have. So yeah, but I like it. I like it. I don't know. It's just cool. It's just kind of cool to have, where I'm like, it gives me all these new possibilities that I didn't have before, or I call them options. It gives me the option to not do it, which is important to me. Like, it's really important. The option to not do it. That's even more important than doing it itself. It's kind of like the gym. Like, I have multiple gym memberships. Why? Because I want to have the option to not go to either of them. Like, just real talk. Not even gonna lie. One day I'll go though. Like, one day I'll actually use the options. I always do. I'm just slow. It takes me time to really ramp up and do anything. So I'll be sitting on my couch one day. I actually don't sit on the couch that much. I sit on that chair. But I'll be sitting on my chair one day, and I'll be like, you know what? I can do this thing. Let me go do this thing. Because I can. That's it. Yeah, I'll edit it later. Put this on the dashboard. I don't know. Actually, this doesn't technically belong there. I'll remove it. I don't know what this. Oh, it belongs on the email. There we go. Put it there. I'm over here making it seem like it matters. I am the one who created all of these projects, so I'm the only one that really looks at them. I think maybe. Where was it? Is it dashboard? Oh, I need to submit these. Yeah, I need to do more work. Let's see. Oh yeah, you must be neat. Yeah, so yeah, with Zoom, it's actually pretty dope. So, how do I do it? So what I have to do is, because it's I use it as an extended display, and it's over my monitor display. Like, my monitor display is the one, it's the studio display, you know, the one that's on the right. What I'll do is I'll move it up. Like, it's arranged here. I'll just show it to you. I'm over here waving hands. Anytime you have to wave hands, you know you're doing a terrible job of explaining. All right, here we are. So one day it'll open. One day, here we are. So we look at this arrangement. You see here how I have the ultrafine to the left. For whatever reason, my iPad won't connect. I don't know. I have my Pro Display XDR in the middle, and then my studio display to the right. And then above it is the prompter. So what I'll do is I'll have Zoom open, and I'll just move, because I have the multi-window thing in Zoom. So what I'll do is I'll move the main window up to the teleprompter, and then I'll have the other window but just beneath it or on my main display, so that if anybody's sharing their screen, I can see it. Or if I'm doing a live stream and somebody else is sharing their screen, I can share their screen and my live stream on my monitor, my primary display that Ecamm is looking at. So I have changed my setups just slightly. I even changed my audio a little bit. I don't know if you could tell. All right, I can come back to this later, and let me add this to my list of things to do. So we'll come back to product feedback later. This is number 46. Okay. Cool. We'll move on from that. I don't want to get distracted too much, so we can do this. So we'll move on. All right. Next step is to change tracking protocols to HTTPS. This will make sure that when recipients click on links within your email, they are brought to a secure page that does not show a warning that the link is not secure. I don't know yet. Go to your domain and navigate to domain settings. Under tracking protocol, change to HTTPS. But what if their site isn't HTTPS? All right, I'm gonna have to do some research into here, because while this does say words, one thing that I've never been a person to do is just accept words. Like, it's never something that I do. Maybe that's what makes me such a terrible person. It's that, like, I don't just accept what you tell me. Like, I have to use my own brain. Like, I've spent years developing it. Why wouldn't I use it? Why would I just accept what others have to say about things? I know that that's not the default. I've noticed that most humans, they just accept what another human says. By the way, have y'all watched that new, it's not new anymore, but it's still newish. It's been less than a week. The, what is it called? The Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams interview. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go see it. It's pretty dope. All right, so we're gonna enable email messaging. After all DNS records are verified, go to the OneSignal navigate settings, platforms. Okay, so this is at the OneSignal. All right, so at step 5 is when we get to OneSignal land. So let's note that down. We'll move my notes to the right place. Let's go ahead and create a new note, and this is going to be Mailgun setup docs refinements. I should have been taking notes of all these other things that I said, like step 1. I'll just do step 1 isn't a step. Break it out into intro. Separate intro. I remember some of this, so like I'm not gonna talk about it. Also, we'll say I don't know, make it clear we only support Mailgun in the USA. All right, and then step 2. I don't remember reading this actually. I must have skipped over step 2. I don't remember reading it, so I'm gonna read it. And Mailgun, navigate to sending domains, click to add new domain. Oh, I remember. So I want to say, all right, so for step 2, does Mailgun publish their own docs we can refer to? So this is a question. So I want this to be like a thing that I do figure out eventually. So let me read that. You will be given 2 text, SPF and DKIM, 2 M. All right, so man, this is only confusing right here, where it's like you're given these 2 records, they're text records, and then we in parentheses we say SPF and DKIM, but most people don't know what the hell that is. Like most people, when they see TXT, that doesn't mean anything to them. So to say TXT parenthesis SPF and DKIM parenthesis and then 2MX, what the hell is MX? Most people don't know what that is. And then CNAME record. Most people don't know what a CNAME record is either. What I would do, like if I were to keep this as it is, and I'm not, but if I were, what I would do is put links, right? So let's say we do this right here. We'll say Wikipedia. do that. So what I would do is I would include a link to a place where they can learn more about this particular thing. Even if, you know, maybe they won't click it, but I believe in, if you're going to introduce an acronym, at least put a link, or do what I prefer to do and spell out the entire acronym as an introduction, and then parentheses the actual acronym. And then from there on out, you can use the acronym instead of this fully spelled out thing. And another thing that we could do, if we're going to, I don't know, if we want to be the provider where we are known to be experts of email, is that we explain what these things mean and why you should use them and all that kind of stuff. And I guess when I say we, I mean that's going to be me. I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain what all these things do and why they're useful, why they're needed, the problems they solve, all that kind of crap. What else do we got? All right, so we're at step 4 now. Change tracking protocols to HTTPS. I don't know. I had to find out. I don't know about that. Confirm step 4. Now, if you're going to tell people to do this should be a recommendation. I don't want to tell people to do this and their websites aren't HTTPS. And I mean, there's an argument of saying, hey, maybe we just don't want to support people who aren't using HTTPS. At that point, I'm sure. But if we're supporting everything, then we need to make sure that this works for everyone. Oh, my bad, Chris. I just heading back to bed. I will have a good rest of the stream. Hopefully you get enough rest. And yeah, hit me up when you back in America. I still owe you that trip. I'm gonna still come to Vegas. I'm still go. Let's see. Step 5, enable email messaging. All right, this is all our platform stuff. So this is, I don't really need to get too in the weeds here, but I am just gonna read it. As I said I would. After all, your DNS records are verified. Go to OneSignal and navigate to settings, platform, email. This is technically inaccurate. So step 5 says to go to OneSignal, but it should be your OneSignal app. Their OneSignal app. Here's the difference. It seems trivial, but it's not that trivial. So we log in here. Technically where I was, the website, that was OneSignal. This is the OneSignal dashboard. But notice that there is no settings or all that. Like, there's no way to get the settings from our OneSignal dashboard. You have to go into your app. So let's click A, for instance. Let's not click A, that's not a good one. Let's click Dev Cycle. And now all of a sudden we have settings. So that's why I wrote this. This should be their OneSignal app. So step 5 was just not precise or not accurate, whatever word you want to use. Okay, we don't need to say image showing because we know that it's an image by virtue of it being a screenshot. So this gives no additional information. The only thing we would want to say is like this right here: initial email configuration or setting up new email or something like that. In another tab, navigate. Wait, can we set up more than one email though? This is a question that I'm curious to know now. Questions. Can we set up more than one email provider, ESP? In another tab, navigate to Mailgun. Wait, Why do we need to do this in another tab? Oh, okay. I see. All right. All right, so Mailgun sending domains, your domain STMP or SMTP, I'm sorry. Credentials. SMTP is it simple mail protocol? Simple mail transport, or is it like something else? You would think I'd know what SMTP means. Seeing this, I actually had to build my own server for the product that I was building for SMTP. That was, oh my gosh. Talk about a pain in the ass. Oh, it is. All right. It's what I thought. Okay. Like, I didn't think that I would be using Telnet. I had to Telnet into my server and do shit. Oh my gosh. Talk about the worst. I forgot how to use Telnet. Like that, I hadn't used Telnet in decades. And I was like, wait a minute. I have to use Telnet to log into the server? Kind of crap. And then you're literally writing like, well, it's not raw bytes, but like it'll get transferred as that. But you're writing the things and then sending it to the server one at a time and wait. It's a mess. Maybe I shouldn't have said that online, because now people I don't know how to do any of this. Let's make that clear. I don't know anything. I'm dumb. Copy your domain and SMTP login into OneSignal. Click the reset password button and copy the provided value. Why? So we're gonna copy the login, and then we're gonna reset the password. Oh, I see. I think I understand what's going on here. This right here is confusing. It's our name for this. Default SMTP login. When in reality, this is the user. Like, what user is basically, we're creating a OneSignal user. That's effectively what we're doing. Because you can create as many users as you would like, or they call them credentials, SMTP credentials, but effectively they're users. You can create as many of those as you like ish. I don't know if that's really true, but you could create more than one in Mailgun. And this right here is like the user right here. You see, it says login right there. Oh shit, what did I just do? All right, I can't zoom in. All right, so maybe you can't see login, or maybe I can zoom in. Yeah, I can. Look at that, login. And then you can have more than one. That's what I'm trying to get at. What I am confused about is why. How do I get out of this? What am I? Okay. What just happened? Am I still zoomed in? Yes, I was. Okay. So what I'm confused about is, why do we need to put this at momenta.os.tc here? Because we're asking for the domain. We don't need to ask for both. We can either ask for the domain and then the login, and then we have the password and the API key. I don't like this default business, but whatever. So we could either do that, or we just have I guess just user or something like that, and then it's just like whatever the postmaster is, that at, and then the Momenta, because the at tells us, oh, by the way, the next bit is a domain. So we're providing the same information twice, and hopefully you can actually see that. If I zoom in, we're asking them to provide the same information twice. This one right here and this one right here. The problem with asking them to do that information twice is that, well, we don't have to. It's just one other thing that can go wrong. So I would love if we could align our documentation more closely with what Mailgun has, A, or B, we look at all different ESPs or whatever, or just look at SMTP as a whole, given that that's maybe what we're using for all. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just making that part up. But if we were, I would prefer to have consistent email jargon that people could then go and Google. I think that would be ideal, right? Maybe not. All right, so enough of that. Let's oh, well, let me feedback items. I'm just gonna put notes because I don't want to have to get distracted by creating an issue every time. So this is around asking, do we need to ask for the domain and or domain given we ask for it in the SMTP login. Seems silly, in my opinion, that we need to have both. And also, could we just not get rid of, can we get rid of default? All right, default password, and then we have the API key. Except I think that it's not an API key. It's called a sending API key. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I can't read Cyrillic, but I'm gonna try Aptum. Hello, welcome to the stream. What's my favorite language? Oh, programming language. To be honest, I don't know. Like, I think they all suck. Like, just being honest, I don't know if I really have a favorite. I have the ones that I hate the least, so maybe I'll go with that. C# is maybe that. TypeScript is, you know, it's there. Let's put it out of a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being I love it, 0 being I absolutely hate it. I would put C# and TypeScript at maybe a 5 or 6. So there you go. I have to think about, I would put Java at a 1. Yeah, I would put Java at a 1, maybe. I'm debating if it's a 1 or a 0. Like, yeah, I would put, yeah, no zeros. I'm gonna put Java at a 1 because nothing can just be like just straight all the way garbage where it's a 0. So I'll at least, you know, Java, it's usable, it does the job, so I'll give it a 1. C#, TypeScript, I'm going with a 6. Arguable 6, probably 5, but you know, I'll accept. I can take a 6. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into where my mind is when it comes to programming languages. For what it's worth, I do know a lot of languages. I used to be a consultant, so I had to work with dozens of programming languages and technologies. So I'm at around like 25, 30 in that range. And you know, I've had some meaningful experience with a lot of things, and yeah, most of it, like with anything man-made, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be things that it's good at, other things that it's not that good at. And what I found, oh wait, what just happened? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. So what I found is that most of the languages, once you really start to, you know, use them and do interesting things, they all start to fall apart. What am I doing now? I'm definitely not writing anything in a programming language. I'm writing English right now. I'm reviewing these docs, this right here. Let me not make it like that. So I'm reviewing this doc because I'm going to rewrite it. I'm rewriting this document, which I haven't even gotten to yet, and this document. And by rewriting, I don't really mean truly rewriting, but basically I am. I got to reorder, I got to restructure the content, which maybe I should do that now because of reasons. Yeah, I got to reorder the information hierarchy, address the content, make sure that grammar is correct, make sure that it's easy to read, make sure that we are doing a decent enough job explaining certain things. May need to go and update certain screenshots, and I need to link to other docs that I've built. So this doc right here, this exporting emails, this is actually another document that I built. I just lifted the content out of there and put it into here. Same with this obtaining API keys. So you'll notice that all of my screenshots look a certain way. But however, if we like, this is my doc right here. But if we like scroll down, we see this is the doc as it was. Or if we scroll up, we get the doc as it was. And it looks very different, the styling. I feel a certain kind of way about that. So I'm going to do something about it. So yeah, I'm writing docs. It's the short story of what I'm doing. It may not seem like it because I'm also talking shit not talking shit about our docs, but I'm just talking shit in general while I write. So you could be forgiven for not knowing that I'm actually over here doing documentation stuff today. Make sure you do not block the OneSignal server API key under IP whitelist. Oh, wait. This sentence is wrong. OneSignal server API keys. This is not an API key. This is an IP address with a subnet mask. This ain't a key. Not a key that I know about, at least. All right, so yeah, we'll add IP, we'll do some IP whitelisting. Is this not even a step? Okay, this should be a step. All right, so we're gonna say add step for IP address whitelisting. All right, cool. I still don't understand why we're resetting this password. Click the reset button or click the reset password button. Why? I mean, all right. So I think I understand the intent behind saying default. However, I think we need to make it clear, or maybe we should just, I'm going to set this as a best practice where if we're using these types of platforms, if they give us the ability to create separate API credentials for separate things, we need to make use of that. So this SMTP credential, I would probably do OneSignal. In fact, let me just show what I mean here. I'm aware that a lot of you probably have never seen Mailgun or MailChimp or SendGrid or maybe even done email stuff ever. It's a little more involved than you may think because email has a lot of wait, what the hell is this? Wait, why am I, wait, what? How did I, wait, what did I? Oh, my, I get it. My, for buying. But what's the gun? My gun. Oh man, I'm gonna share this with someone. Like, look at what I came across while working randomly because I misspelled something. Send this to my tutor right quick. All right, cool. So let me spell this correctly this time. I'm surprised that how did a Chinese company get a .com domain? I thought that would be a .cn, but maybe not. All right, let's go into here and do some logging into things. Oh, come on now. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my sandbox because of reasons. Wait, did they change? Yeah, they did. They did. See, and this is why I would prefer to use Mailgun's documentation, because I know that things will change. Let's see if they have, let's go to their help center and see what that is. Look at that. All right, let's see if they have a create, like how to send, because that's what we were doing. We were trying to tell them how to send email. Let's see, send email. Just search for that. How do I get started? Look at that. They have a not so useful guide. No wonder. All right, let's see. Domain added. Do they add in? Oh, look at that. They do. They have adding a domain. Okay, let me take notes of that. Oops. Wait, what did I just do? Yeah. Put that over here. Feedback knots. That should be notes. So this right here is adding a domain. And I saw another one for fully configured. Let's see what they have here. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna save it anyways. Let's just say fully configured. Full configuration. Okay, so maybe we don't need to do so much in explaining how do you do all of this stuff. We can just point them to here, hopefully. I don't know if that's the case, right? Oh, okay, there's a whole new thing. So, okay, this is new. By the way, this is new. It didn't used to look like this. That's why I'm like, what the hell? So it's showing my whole password. Fine, whatever. Let's go to manage SMTP credentials. Here we are. This is what I was referring to. So let's go ahead and delete this one. I don't think we should be recommending our customers use the default, like the postmaster, but maybe, I don't know, maybe that's fine. All right, so let's go and add a new SMTP user, and notice, like, and I want you to pay attention to this, right? Like, look at this, and then look at, wait, what? Okay, where is it at? And look at this, right? This is completely different, which is why I don't want to take screenshots of their stuff, because there's going to be drift necessarily. We don't own their product. And because we don't own their product, we don't have a say in what they can or can't do, or when they can or can't do something. And I don't like the idea of another company who doesn't pay me adding more work to my plate, which is why I'm making such a big deal of trying to find their documentation. And instead, I'll refer to their documentation for how to do that. Now, I will ask other folks within my company if they think that I should just go ahead, like, you know, because they do pay me. So if they're like, hey, we're going to pay you to write documentation for Mailgun, I will happily do it. so I need to ask about this. Like, do they want me to really document Mailgun? Cause I've already done that. Like, I've already done that here, where I'm just like, I even brought that up as a point where I'm like, I don't think I should be having to document how to accomplish things in Mailgun. Anyway, let's go through this add user thing, and then let's create a new one. And I'm just going to call it OneSignal, because I think this is what I'm going to tell people to do in the instructions. So you'll create a OneSignal login, and password will just say automatic. Yeah, we'll just say automatic. And then it will create the thing, and it'll have a password here. You click the copy thing, and then that's it. There shouldn't be the default whatever. It's just like, go and add a new SMTP user, call it OneSignal, plus your app, maybe, I don't know, OneSignal dash app name, I don't know, or come up with some type of thing I can make up, and then have them do that. The server is always going to be the same, like the domain is always going to be the same. So maybe we do want to ask for the domain, but for the login, instead of asking for whatever this is, OneSignal at that, it'll just be the login name. That's it. This right here, login, literally that. And then we know the domain, so we don't need to ask them to say, oh yeah, put the domain. Now, if they do it, we should just ignore it. Like, anything that comes after the at, ignore it, and only use what's in the domain. Sending API keys. Do we need to add a new sending key? Yes, we do. So we'll also need a sending key. I forgot, because you want to also be able to send email through the API. So we'll just put one signal app, and these are going to be deleted. That's why I'm okay with doing this. Why am I typing deleting? All right, we'll create a key, and then this is the key that they'll need to have, like, and then they can copy that key. And let me show where that goes. That would go, where is it at? Here. So it's not a private API key. That's the sending key. It's, at least I think it is. Under setting API keys. Let's see if there's an API keys. I don't know if that's the case. Please don't tell me I closed it. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete this. Don't need it. We're also going to delete this credential here. And I'm also going to go back to the dashboard, API keys. Yeah, there are no private keys here. Are they talking about add a new key? A Melcon API key? That's different from a sending key. Let me go ahead and delete this though. Yeah, this says copy the private key. Melgun settings API keys. Copy the private API key. There is no private API key. There's an API key, but there's definitely not a private API key. All right, so I'm gonna have to talk to the email team for that one. I'm thinking about raising my blinds up because it's a little bit darker outside, so I'm gonna go do that right quick. I'll be right back. All right, my friend said it was raining. It's still not raining here. I'm looking out there now. It may have rained earlier, but it's definitely not raining now. However, it is windy as hell out there. Like, it's windy right now. I can actually tell. All right, let's see. I got a message. Come in. Oops, man, I feel like I should put this in. Never mind. I'll just try to adapt my workflow. God damn. Oh, where are we at? I was right here. Okay. Oops. I don't know how that worked. What happened there? Okay. Make sure you do not block. Okay, this is the oh, excuse me. This is the whitelist. Configure delivery defaults. Default name and email address you want your emails. So what I was told is that this is slightly confusing to people. I don't know why, but we need to make it more clear that this will only be the email address that shows up in the from in the header. How about this? I do understand that not a lot of people really understand email. Like, it's interesting how everyone uses these things. It's like driving cars or just cars in general. How many people they know jack shit about how a car works, any part of a car, yet they drive a car. I mean, obviously I have a car, but I also know how they work. at a fundamental level. Be ultra red and self gray for the Model Y. Wait, why do I give a shit? I already have my Model Y. Like, I'm not about to buy another one. Hold on, let me bring this email. We'll look at the Tesla email that they just sent me. How about that? All right, so here is an email. We'll make it full screen. And there's some things in here that are useful to know. There's this unsubscribe here, which is useful to know about, because this is a marketing email. All marketing emails have to have an unsubscribe link. Here is that from. This is what I was referring to, but maybe it'll be better to look at it here. It's the same thing, but you'll just see from here, right? So this says from newsletter at Tesla. So that means that in the header for this message, the from is saying newsletter at tesla.com. That's what we're asking for. Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're asking for. I guess y'all saw that I have a PO box. All right. This is my business PO box. Don't send shit there unless you're sending money. Send money there. Checks. No money orders. Checks only. Actually, I'll take a money order too. You can send me a money order. Let's see. So that's what we're asking for here. That's the email. And the reason why this is useful is that in our platform, we give you the ability to set who the email is from at the time that you create the email. However, maybe, you're not, because, your app can have more than one user. Maybe you're not the one who's going to be sending an email. What if some poor person forgets to put in the from email? Now we're going to have a problem. So this is a default for instances where either A, you forget to do it, or B, the more likely case, you know that it's there and it's probably going to be the one that's used most often. But there are going to be other times that you're going to use another from email address. But yeah, and then we have add subscribers. If you have a list of them, select up. Okay, so then, all right, okay, this is done. So this isn't going to be step 7 anymore. Let me note that down. So we're going to say export emails. Email section belongs in the currently named step 7. I know the steps is going to change. Let me just add subscribers. Okay. Then we're going to send yourself a test email. I would argue that you would send yourself a test email first. The reason for that is that that's the thing that's the most difficult. After you have the email set up, importing emails is dead easy. But getting all this other stuff set up can be a pain in the ass. Let's see here. Step 9, setting up custom user properties. Creates channel level. Wait. OneSignal creates channel level device records. I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna copy a link to that. There we go, finally. All right. Okay, so we got the source. We can go back. If your app has its own login system on the track, wait, where? No, I'm here. Creates channel under a unique ID called the subscription ID. The subscription records are tied to unique OneSignal ID or OneSignal's internal user ID. Oh, what the hell? I don't understand what these two sentences are trying to tell me right now. But maybe the third one will help me out. A single user can have multiple subscription ID records based on how many devices, email addresses, and phone numbers they use to interact with your app. Or OneSignal's internal user ID. I don't know what that means. If your app has its own login system to track users, call login at any time. So see, this is also wrong. You can't just call login. This is a function that expects a string ID of some form. So this needs to have some type of ID here. Anytime to link all channels to a singular user. For more details, see aliases and external IDs. All other events and user properties can be set using data tags. I don't know that to be true. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. All right, step 10 is collect new emails. Yeah, so step 10 should just be like add users or whatever, and that should be, there'll be three options, or yeah, there'll be all of the options. You can either do this dashboard upload, which we've already talked about here in a previous step, but there's also using the SDK or API. And the SDK has two functions. There's the mobile SDK, which you would just call one of the add emails or something like that. But there's also the web SDK, which has additional feature, which allows you to use a web prompt to collect stuff. All right, so I think I have a good idea. Oh, and then there's the FAQ. How do I whitelist OneSignal? So I'm going to remove this out of the FAQ. FAQ is going to be a primary thing. So FAQ question is, or should be, actually, let's just say this. Move FAQ content here too. Yeah, that's a little bit easier. Okay, so I think I have oh wait, no, I need to also add another note in here. We'll say point to resources for DNS records, TXT, email stuff. So that'll be and email records. That'll be SPF, DKIM, and this will be TXT and CNAME. Okay. And then the FAQ, I really think that should really just be troubleshooting. And I'm not necessarily saying I want to change FAQ to troubleshooting. What I'm saying is that maybe FAQ will just be things that are in troubleshooting. Let me make sure I remove that so it didn't create a tag. I didn't even. I kind of skipped over these, so I also need to look at these call outs. Don't have a domain, DNS provider, and email service provider, no problem. Okay, that's gonna get removed. Not necessarily the content, but this doesn't need to be in a call out like that. Visit. Oh, this. Okay, setup complete. See, you can import email addresses. So this is the doc that I just finished writing. So the fact that the next step is we're talking about emailing, maybe we don't even need to have the import in the Mailgun setup. Yeah, I think that's probably the better thing. Do we need to have import step since we talk about it in the next steps? Which is here. My argument is going to be no, and I'm not going to just change it. I'm going to make not really a proposal, but something along the lines of a proposal, asking, hey, here's what I've uncovered. Here's kind of the direction that I think I want to go. How do y'all feel about it? Like, what do you have to say? That way, you know, if I get input ahead of time and, you know, I incorporate that input into this document, it's a higher likelihood that I don't have to deal with any changes. It's just like, all right, well, we agreed to this, and then I can go move forward to do all the other ones. All right, I think I'm good for now. So yeah, I'm gonna move forward with this. Let me update my notes. Oh, I need to collect new screenshots too. Let me add that. I think I know that, but I'm just gonna put it here. We'll need to collect new screenshots because Mailgun has changed a bit. All right. Oh, by the way, if y'all follow, I don't know if y'all follow me at all, but if you're a subscriber, you may have noticed, or hopefully you noticed, that I published a new video today. It should have went out. I forgot I scheduled it. I think it was scheduled for 11, so it should be out now. Let's see. Let me go and confirm. Wait, what is this? Or maybe I don't. All right, never mind. Maybe I didn't publish it. I thought I did. Huh. Videos, maybe? All right, never mind. I'll take that back. I thought I published it. Maybe it's going to publish tomorrow. Now I had to go and check because I thought I set it up for today. We're not going to switch accounts right now. Let's see. Content. Oh, I'm dumb. Ah, shit. I scheduled it for the wrong day. Oh, man. Nah, it's not posted yet. Yeah, so when I scheduled it, for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe I thought today was the 9th. I don't know. But I scheduled it for the 9th. Thinking that I scheduled it for today. Damn. Yeah, for 10 a.m. Oh, man. No wonder. All right, man. All right, let me update it. We're going to schedule it for noon. And hopefully I won't make this mistake in the future. Noon. That's 12 p.m., right? Yeah, 12 p.m. We'll schedule it for noon today. So that'll go out. By the way, Casual Economist, I think you already seen this, maybe. It's just from my stream. It's a clip. So it's part of my strategy to hit my goal. is to just clip my streams. Otherwise, I don't know, it'll be really hard to hit this goal of 50 videos for the year on top of my 400-hour stream goal, which is, I mean, this is much more than last year. Last year it was just like, you know, do stuff. I'm over here looking. It's my, like, I feel the building moving right now. That's why I'm just like, what the hell? And I see the rain right now. It's not falling. It's moving sideways. It's moving from left to right. I'm looking at it now. Wow. Hopefully there's no tornado here, or the lights don't go out. I live on a very high floor, so it would take me all, like, if the lights were to go out, even though we have generators, I wouldn't get in the elevator just because I've had some experiences in our elevators in the past. Yeah, it would take me forever. That's one of my fears, actually. It's like if there's an emergency, man. I don't know, like, man, that would be tough. It'd be tough to deal with. Downside of living in a high rise. All right, let's close that out. By the way, I think I added you. By the way, you should have gotten your invite to Slack, to my Slack. So, I mean, we have random ass conversations there. HD still processing. Why is this going? Video is private. Oh, I see what's going on. All right. Well, I am going to go for now. I know it's only 11:32. I know I've only done an hour and a half. Typically I do a little bit longer, but I need to like think and quietness, and I don't want to just sit here in silence for an hour and a half. So I'm going to leave you all for the rest of, I guess, the rest of the morning, which is only 30 more minutes. And maybe I'll see you in the second half of the day. Maybe. We'll see. But if you've enjoyed any part of this, I would encourage you to follow me on all the platforms. You can go to my link tree. You can see where I'm at. Subscribe here on YouTube and on Twitch. What else is there? Oh, a thumbs up. Yes, please. If you enjoyed any part of this, if you got any kind of value, if you enjoyed the perspective, or if you learned anything, like, the thumbs up, they do help. They help more than the subscription. So if you don't want to subscribe, at least give me the thumbs up. In any case, I will see you all the next time I see you. So peace. Have a good one.